Welcome to Friday Friends, RI Elder Info's weekly look at the organizations and individuals providing resources for Rhode Island seniors, caregivers, and professionals.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It's 9 o'clock on Friday, and you are listening to me, Deb Burton, Executive Director of RI Elder Info and host of Friday Friends, where every week we bring you information and resources that you or someone you know needs to know about. So hit the like button, the share button, the follow button, all those fabulous social media cues that say, hey, check this out. It's good stuff. So as you all know, we are a 501c3 nonprofit, and we could not do this without the support of our sponsors. So a huge thank you to Point 32 Health Foundation, Oak Street Health, United Healthcare, 321 Media, and all of our individual sponsors and donors, with a special thank you to McCarthy Law. Here's a message from Samantha.
Here at McCarthy Law, we practice in the areas of estate planning, long-term care planning, elder care law, and residential real estate. Our focus is really on providing peace of mind to our clients.
If you're interested in scheduling a consultation with our office, you can feel free to reach out to us at 401-541-5540. You can also reach out via website at www.mccarthylawri.com. You also should check out our social media, both on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn for some helpful tips and tricks.
So you might notice that the background is a little different. And if you're a subscriber to my newsletter, you know what happened. You are a subscriber to my newsletter, right? Okay. If you're not, hit the pause button, go on rielderinfo.com and subscribe to the newsletter, because every week I share hot topics with the latest information and resources for everybody. And I recently shared that I myself fell and broke my right ankle. And with a broken right ankle, you can't drive. So I'm on the mend, no worries, but I have to work from home for right now. So my background is a little different than the office. And one thing about having a broken ankle, it has made me even more aware of some of the challenges that folks face every day at this time of year. So I wanted to take a minute and just share 5 quick tips for this season. Okay. The first, not everybody is happy and cheery at this time of year, and it's okay to not be okay. You know, many people are facing their first holiday season without a loved one. Maybe they're homebound because they broke their ankle. Maybe it is a situation where they've had some major changes in their life circumstance. And I want you to know it's okay to be okay. If you find that you need to talk to somebody, whether that is because you're worried, anxious, you're feeling down, or maybe you find that with the stress of the holidays, that maybe you're using substances a little bit more than you would prefer to, I want you to feel comfortable from any phone, your house phone, your cell phone, dial 988. There's always going to be someone there who can answer your call, your text, so that if you're in crisis, dial 988 and someone will be able to help you. Now, obviously, if it's a medical emergency, you're going to dial 911. But you know those times where it's just like you're down? Yeah, it's okay to not be okay. And you can always dial 988. The second thing I wanted to talk about is many people are coming in to visit their loved ones, and they maybe haven't seen them in quite some time. If you've noticed a change, talk about it. Talk about it with the person that you care for, and ask them, what can I do to make this easier? What would work for you? So maybe somebody slowed down. Maybe it is, they're good with getting up out of the chair by themselves, but getting their plate from the microwave to the table is now a challenge. And so you want to have a conversation with the individual in a respectful way about what are they seeing for themselves and what kind of help would they need? And then give specific things that you are able to do. Now, be careful not to promise the entire world. You want to be realistic. You can't maybe say, I'm going to bring you lunch every day when you work Monday through Friday and your boss isn't going to let you do that. You want to be very realistic, but make specific offers in response to what the person says that they would like for help. And again, just because somebody needs help, maybe they're falling down a lot, they have a right to refuse. And we have to respect that, even though that might be hard. And I'll share with you on another video on another day, how do you, if you are the caregiver or loved one of someone who is resistant to care, we'll talk about that on an upcoming episode on what you can do to address those concerns. So the third thing that I wanted to talk about is with the holiday season, it feels like there's 99 things that all have to be done right now. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Okay. Slow down. Slow down for a few different reasons. One is enjoy the season. Enjoy it. Whether the weather is good, the weather is bad, whether you can find a parking spot, not find a parking spot, slow down. Slow down and enjoy the moment. Take that time to reflect on the things that are really important. We're going through a lot of changes here as a nation. We're going through a lot of changes as we're getting older. Take a breath. It all doesn't have to be done right now, which takes me to number 4. Plan ahead, okay? Connection is better than perfection. And what I mean by that is we're getting together with folks. Well, plan ahead what is and isn't important. Set those guardrails. If 7 Fishes Feast on Christmas Eve is something that's important to you, but maybe on the 23rd you're invited to a holiday party and you're thinking, I don't want to disappoint people, but I'm going to be really tired. It's okay. Plan ahead. Get your shopping done ahead of time. Get your preparations done as far as you can ahead of time. We all know what the big holidays are. We all kind of have an idea if we have to go to the store, how long it's going to take and how long it might take for ordering something online. Do a little bit of planning ahead, and it can give you that sense of control and comfort. But the other part of it is connection over perfection. Okay? So you want to make sure that there are meaningful interactions with the people around you. So maybe that's your family. Not everybody has family, but maybe that's your family. Share the photographs. Sharing those photographs and the stories behind them are way more important, way more memorable than what is the hottest mug under the Christmas tree this year. Knowing the family history, developing that sense of connection, way more important than what is under the tree. Okay? So you want to make sure that you have that connection as opposed to worrying about whether or not everything is in its proper place exactly as it's been. Connection over perfection. The 5th one actually is kind of tied to number 2. And the 5th one is, as you're out shopping, perhaps for holiday gifts, one of the things that can be really helpful for folks, with permission, doesn't matter the brand, so I'm not hyping a particular brand, is the video doorbells or video services cameras inside. And you think, oh, Dad, big brother, ew. Okay. So healthcare workforce shortage is real. And there are many individuals who are caregivers worrying about their loved ones and whether or not they're safe. With consent, okay, with consent, really important. Perhaps a video doorbell or video cameras inside the home would provide a greater sense of peace. Why the video doorbells? Well, here why. We always think about it as seeing our packages get delivered, but video doorbells are motion censored. So say, for instance, you have a loved one who has dementia who is trying to leave the house to go home, and going home with dementias will be another topic on another day. Well, that motion censored camera is going to trigger when somebody exits the house as well. And so if someone does leave the home, you can see what time did they leave, what were they wearing, in which direction did they go. It can be very helpful if you need to notify authorities that the person is missing. So that's just on the exterior of the house. Least invasive cameras generally. Now, if the person is agreeable, and I can't stress that enough, have a camera that is technical issue happened there, and I got a little hiccupy. So I was saying video cameras mounted in the kitchen overseeing the counter and the refrigerator and the stove, because where do most people keep their medication but on the counter or on the kitchen table? So if you have a camera set so that it oversees the stove, the refrigerator, the counter, it would allow you to see for your loved one, did they take their medication at what time? Did they go to the refrigerator and get something out to eat? Did they leave the stove on? And that can give you, as a caregiver, important information to be able to discuss with the individual or their physician, as well as give you that peace of mind that, yeah, they really are doing okay. It is something that is quicker to be able to access. And because the cameras can be motion censored, if you find that maybe your loved one is usually up and going by like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, but you haven't received any notice that the camera has gone on, maybe you establish a protocol that, I'm going to call you and make sure that you're okay. And then if you don't answer, I'm going to ask the EMS team to come do a welfare check because I want to make sure you're safe. And so we can talk about in another episode how to have some of those hard conversations when somebody does need a little bit more support and might be resistant to it. So we'll have that conversation on another day. But I wanted to give you these 5 tips for the season. So number 1, it's okay to not be okay. Dial 988 if you need to. If you notice changes with your loved one, have a conversation with them about it, okay? And ask what's going to be helpful for them and offer specific things that you can do that are realistic. Number 3, slow down, enjoy the season. We only have a limited number of them. Take a minute, take a breath. It doesn't all have to be done right now. Number 4, plan ahead, which goes along with slowing down. Make sure that you have in your schedule the things that are important to you, because connection is better than perfection. Make sure you have that time to connect with the people who are most important to you. And number 5, if you're looking for gifts for folks with their consent, consider grabbing the motion activated video cameras for outside the home so that you can see who is coming and when, as well as inside the home with consent, okay, with consent, so that you can see if the individual maybe is taking their medication too many times in a day or not enough times in a day, that they're eating, that they're drinking, those important things. Now, I have a bonus tip for you, and I hope you're all listening very carefully. If you become a monthly donor to RA Elder Info, you will get access to for our monthly subscribers. You'll have exclusive access to live webinars, workshops, and early access to ticketed events. So if you would like to become a monthly subscriber, you will have private access. I highly encourage it. You can do that by going right on the RIElderinfo.com website and hitting the donate button to become a monthly subscriber. And that subscription will also help RI Elder Info be able to continue to bring you the information and resources that you and other people you know need to know about. So that's all I have for today. There's your 5 tips for the season plus the bonus tip. I look forward to seeing you all again next week. In the meantime, be well and be kind.
If you like this video, please follow us on social media and subscribe on YouTube. For more information, visit rielderinfo.com or call 401-585-0509. If you have any questions, email deb@rielderinfo.com.